Hey, 8th graders, welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into something that is honestly like a mathematical superpower, translating visual graphs into precise equations. It's kind of like learning to read the universe's secret code.
Now, before we get buried in the numbers, let's look at this ancient piece of wisdom from Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision, make it plain on tablets so he may run who reads it. You're probably thinking, wait, what does that have to do with math? Well, pretty much everything. Math is this incredible tool God gives us that literally lets us write the vision of data. We take raw information, make it plain, and set it up so clearly that anyone can just take it and run with it with total confidence.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the power of graphs, then open up our essential equation toolkit. Next, we've got 4 steps to equations, followed by seeing it in action, then your homework mission, and we'll wrap up with education, morality, and peace.
All right, let's dive into part 1, the power of graphs, pictures of relationships.
You know, math is really just a form of storytelling. Graphs help us see relationships clearly. Whether you're tracking a monthly budget, figuring out a savings plan, or analyzing how fast a car is going, those lines on a graph are telling you a story. Once you know how to read these visual stories, you make way better informed decisions. Turning a graph into an equation is literally writing the vision of that data. So, what are we actually going to do today? By the end of this explainer, you're going to master 3 core skills. First, finding the slope from any 2 points on a graph. Second, visually identifying the y-intercept just by glancing at it. And third, combining those 2 pieces to write a perfect equation in slope-intercept form. You'll literally be able to read any linear graph thrown your way.
Moving right along to Section 2, our central equation toolkit, focusing on finding m and b.
Now, the clues we need aren't invisible. They're hiding right there in plain sight on the grid. And the absolute most crucial key here is this formula y equals mx plus b. You've probably heard of it, the slope-intercept form. It might look like a random jumble of letters, but y and x are just any coordinate pair on your line. The real MVPs here are m and b. The m is our slope, so the steepness or angle of the line, which we figure out from 2 points. And b? That's our y-intercept, the exact spot where our line crashes right through that vertical y-axis. Find m and b, and you've basically built the whole equation.
Okay, Section 3, 4 steps to equations, making the vision plain. Here's the step-by-step breakdown of how we pulled that equation out of the raw visual data. Step 1, just pick any 2 clear points on your line. Easy. Step 2, calculate that slope, our m, using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It's simply the change in height divided by the change in distance, rise over run, right? Step 3 is a piece of cake. Just look at the graph and see where the line crosses the y-axis. Boom, that's your b. In step 4, take your shiny new m and b and plug them directly into y equals mx plus b. And just like that, you've written the visual.
Let's move on to Section 4 and see how this builds, seeing it in action with some laboratory examples.
Let's check out this first scenario, a line with a positive slope heading up. Step 1, we grab our points, 0, 2, and 2, 6. Step 2, let's find that slope, m. Subtract the y values, 6 minus 2 gives us 4. Divide that by the x values, 2 minus 0 is 2. 4 divided by 2, that leaves us with a perfect slope of 2. Step 3, check the y-axis. Where is it crossing? Right at positive 2, so b is 2. Step 4, put it all together. Our clues unlock the final equation perfectly. Y equals 2x plus 2. But what if the vision goes down? Here, we've got a negative slope. We just trust our 4 steps. Our points are 0, 5, and 1, 3. For the slope m, subtract the y's. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Divide by the x's. 1 minus 0 is 1. Negative 2 divided by 1 means our slope is negative 2. For step 3, check the y-axis. Our line crosses beautifully at positive 5, so b is 5. Plug those in and flawlessly we get y equals negative 2x plus 5. See, the system works every single time. Now, this next one is super interesting. It perfectly shows what happens with a completely horizontal line. Our points are 0, 4 and 3, 4. Think about it. The height isn't changing at all, so the slope, our m, is just 0. The line crosses the y-axis at 4, so b is 4. Plug it in, y equals 0x plus 4. Since 0 times anything is 0, that x literally vanishes. We're left with just the elegantly simple equation y equals 4.
All right, Section 5, your homework mission. Time to practice.
All right, it's your turn. Here are 3 specific pairs of points from 3 different linear graphs. Your mission is to write the final equation for each line. Just use that foolproof formula, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 to get your slope. And hey, here's a massive shortcut for you. To find your y-intercept, just look for the coordinate pair where the x value is exactly 0. Whatever the y value is right there, that's your B. I know you're absolutely going to crush this.
Finally, Section 6, Education, Morality, and Peace, the big picture.
Before we wrap up today, let's step back from the grid paper for a second. Let's look at the big picture of why we do this, rooted in the philosophy of the heroesmartacademy godly learner. Just like math gives us absolute clarity when we're looking at a messy graph, Scripture promises us clarity for our lives. Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 7, promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps their minds spiritual. When we dig into these math concepts, we aren't just blindly memorizing rules. We're actually participating in an orderly, peaceful universe that God created.
We firmly believe that true education has to intertwine with biblical morality, because honestly, education without morality is just going to hurt people. Think about it. What's the point of being a total math genius and super educated if we just keep making selfish choices that cause pain? A sharp mind without a moral compass is kind of dangerous, right? We want your incredible intelligence to be used for good, healing, and life-giving decisions.
Which leaves us with this final thought for you to take away. Now that you've got the tools to mathematically write the vision of a graph, how are you going to use your education and your growing moral clarity to write a vision for your own future? How will you use those smarts to bring peace to the world around you? Keep practicing, keep seeking wisdom, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.